Hello and welcome to Last Word on Football, where I give you the three biggest football news stories of the day without any of the waffle. So, first up, we have some big FFP news that has something to do with some of the biggest clubs in the Premier League. I say biggest, most historic, that sort of thing. Nottingham Forest and Everton are potentially in breach of financial fair play rules and could see another fairly big points deduction. For Everton, this would be a big problem. For Forest, it wouldn't be ideal either. I'm going to take a very quick look at the Premier League table just to see where both of the clubs are if they were to take another 10-point penalty. But in essence, both of these clubs have reportedly prepared a robust defence, which means that they don't think that they're guilty of it. I think with the number of players that Forest signed last season, I think they thought that they could get away with amortizing all of the costs. Didn't get away with it. Everton might have done even more financial cheating, which would be a massive problem because another 10 points deduction for them will put them at the bottom of the table. 10 points for Forest will put them in 19th place. Well, 18th place. They'd still be ahead of Sheffield United, and if Everton got theirs as well. Their defences are likely not to be enough because we know that the Premier League doesn't tend to bring charges unless it is 100% certain. It could take a while, however, because it always takes ages to sort of look over these things and make sure that they are watertight. Hopefully, and I think that this is the best way to do it, they apply the penalties, then deal with the appeals, and then sort that before the end of the season, purely because applying the penalties now means that the people that are the victims of it, so current Premier League clubs that have been outspent, are able to sort of see some justice, rather than Luton, Burnley, Sheffield United going down purely because Forest and Everton have spent too much money, only then for Everton and Forest to get the points penalties. The same applies for the penalties that Everton already have. Yeah. Next up, we have a club that is well known for its excessive spending, Manchester United, but this time they're not necessarily looking to spend too much money. They're doing stupid transfer things again, every time. Yeah, stupid transfer things. This time they want to swap Michael Elise for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I'm presuming they'd have to send Crystal Palace some more money at the same time because that deal would be absolutely dreadful for Palace otherwise. It's weird because they do need attackers right now because their goal scoring is non-existent, but it might not work because Elise is more of a winger than anything else, and we know how attached Ten Hag is to Anthony for some reason, the weird Beyblade lover. What they really need before that is a proven number 9. Rasmus Højlund is okay enough. He scores a few goals, yeah. But compare him to other number 9s that are sort of running the league right now. Erling Haaland, even an Ivan Toney would do better up there. And it feels like they're investing in all the wrong players, and every single time that they buy someone, it's a wonder kid. And that doesn't work when you're not Crystal Palace, when you're Manchester United, because you can't develop players. We've seen it time and time again. Sancho didn't develop. Where's the rest of the list gone that was in my head? Anthony didn't develop. And the number of promising youngsters that they bring in and they just sort of collapse is insane. So maybe they try and bring in Elise, but it won't work out. And on the subject of bringing in players and it might not working out, we have a very, very bizarre transfer duel that's going on as we speak. West Ham youngster Ben Johnson, who can play as a fullback on both sides, is currently considering a move away from West Ham. 6 months left on his contract, so the club are likely to accept whatever bids come in for him. And apparently he has turned down a contract offer because he's asking for £60,000 a week. In my opinion, that is him saying, well, I want to move, I might as well just set my price as high as possible. If West Ham want to pay it, then they have to make it worth my time. That 6 months on his contract, however, means there's a lot of clubs that are very interested because they can buy him on the cheap, or he will be free in 6 months' time. The interested clubs include Leeds United, Southampton, Celtic, and Rangers, and that's fair enough because I think Ben Johnson is a lower half of the Premier League level talent. That's why Leeds and Southampton are interested, because they want to push for promotion with some good talent. And that's roughly the level that Celtic and Rangers play at as well. Celtic and Rangers demolish the Scottish Premier League every single year, so they don't need the top talents. They don't need to go plucking players from some of the best academies in the world because they know that they'll beat everyone else. They just have to worry about beating each other. Anyway, that was Last Word on Football for today. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you later.